Hello and welcome to Ski Sunday from Red Square. That's right, we're in Russia, just a year before the Winter Olympics from Sochi. And we have a spectacular show of parallel night slalom racing. Skiers go head to head in a straight knockout format.
Now, try to control your mirth regarding the hats. It's minus 22 here, so they're an absolute necessity. And this one was the last one in the shop. This is obviously a strange show though. There are no mountain ranges here. Instead, we have a massive man-made ski slope. This is no normal program. This is Moscow, and the skiing circus is in town. Later on in the show, we'll be in St. Moritz, where Amy Williams will be giving us some tips on how to get down the bob track. But right now, we're in Moscow for the first ever parallel slalom on Ski Sunday. Graham, what's it all about?
Well, it's about the crowd, the atmosphere. It's head-to-head racing, so it's a lot more exciting. You can see who crosses the line first, even if it's only over by a few hundredths of a second. They built this enormous great snow slope out of scaffolding and piled tons of snow on top of it and then frozen it into this horizontal ice rink.
Okay, how does the format work?
Well, it's over 2 runs. So if you lose the first run, you take in that disadvantage, that time deficit into the second run. Your start gate will open a fraction of a second later. But that gives you the opportunity then to see how much you are behind and try and make that comeback and try and catch up that deficit. Okay,
we've got the men and the women here tonight. It's quite a big form guide to get through. Who do you think is going to do well on the women's front?
Well, I think Tina Matze. Lindsey Vonn has decided not to come. Tina Matze is leading the overall World Cup standings and is probably favourite here tonight, but she was beaten in Munich in the night slalom by Vela Zuzalova, and I think that should be an interesting battle. I think in the women's side it'll be between those two.
Okay, on the men's side of the draw?
Well, on the men's side there's 2 clear favourites in tonight's competition. There's Hirscher and there's Neureuter. In the last 2 World Cup slaloms, Wengen and Kitzbühel, Neureuter won Wengen with Hirscher in second. The roles were reversed in Kitzbühel. In the last parallel slalom, Neureuter picked Hirscher to the win by a few hundredths of a second.
So a proper toe-to-toe battle there. Who are you going for?
I'm going to go Hirscher by maybe a few hundredths of a second.
I'm going Neureuter.
In the first round there were some very, very tight races. In the women's competition, Tina Matze looked incredibly strong. In the lower half of the draw, Michaela Kirchgasser was looking quick, and she will make the young American Michaela Schifrin in the next round. For some it was a little too much to handle. Brittany Phelan of Canada crashed out, but brought some freestyle to Moscow.
Goes for a 360 off the pro jump. Nice one.
In the men's competition, Marcel Hirscher had a huge shock. He was leading the Norwegian Truls Johansson, but barged the gate in the second run.
And a green, and Hirscher got jammed up. And surely even Marcel Hirscher can't overturn that sort of deficit. And this would be one of the big wins of the night so far, but Johansson's making a mess at the middle. And here comes Hirscher. He's right on his tail. Hirscher's closing in. Hirscher's won it. What a fight back.
He's then got to take on Jens Bigmark, who's looking very, very strong. That's going to be a very interesting battle. Lower down in the draw, Felix Neureuter just cruised through his heat.
So 16 of the world's best slalom skiers have been chopped down to just 8. What you're about to see is going to be fast and frenetic. Sit tight. Matt Chilton's got the commentary.
So the first races are in the gate. World number 1 Tina Maze of Slovenia goes against Wendy Holdener of Switzerland, the best of the Swiss technical racers this season, but up against the best in the world. Tina Maze on an incredible winning streak this season. First run of the quarterfinals, They'll race once, then they swap courses for the second leg. Holden has made a really good start, and then turn for turn through the first 5 gates. Marza just glances to her right and sees that she has work to do, and Holdner has stormed it here. Wendy Holdner about to produce a breathtaking race against Tina Marza, 0.38 in front. What a start.